Hello everyone, this is Juan Sarmiento and today is Friday, June the 2nd. Well, see for yourselves. The S&P is now well above the $420 limit of my cost of my account, of my trades. Let's go to the Analyze tab and you see that my 104 shares of the S&P 500 has an average price of $418.92. You have seen how this thing have been going sideways down, mostly down, and every time the market went down, we took a big breath and traded our plan anyway. So now we are in the plus. You can see if I remove this call here, you would see that we have now $873 in profit. For a long time, I had as much as $4,000 loss. So we recovered and now we're in the plus. But most importantly, we were accumulating while the market was down. Okay. Now you could sell, but what would be the point? It's important that we take a look at the markets. Look at my channel. I've been telling you about the channel analysis. Very simple, no complicated technical analysis. Just drawing a channel, trying to connect the lower points and the lowest low and a higher low after that, and that creates the channel. Then you look for the highest high that will connect, highest lower high that will connect to it, and that will give you the trend analysis. You can also draw some line of important highs, and this was an important high, and now that is well exceeded the Ichimoku cloud. You remember I mentioned it all along. These are technical analysis tools that you can use to get a sense of where the market is going. I'm not saying it's going to be foolproof, but it sure helps guide you when you are confused. Okay, now here is the next target, and that's a high here established back in August of 2022. Let's make it thick because now it's gained some importance. Let's make it 2 or even 3. I think 3 pixels will make it very thick and more in accordance to what that means compared to this one. This one here now becomes support, so that if the market hits that ceiling, it will pull back and then come to this end and perhaps bounce from here and go higher. The Ichimoku also represents a support. All these are important lines that you could draw. This becomes less important now that we exceeded this one here, so you can delete that. But this kind of line is important going forward. In the future, you'll see that that line would find support or resistance depending on whether we go below that or above it. The fact that the Ichimoku is yellow tells me, well, we are very strong in the upward trend. If you go to the weekly chart, you would see with more clarity what we have gone through. You will remember that I started buying the S&P when the market was in the top. To be honest, I was just trying to prove a point that even though if you start at the high, you keep on doing what you need to do, which is diluting dollar cost averaging as the market went down, and now we have exceeded that average price. Okay, let's go to the monitor tab and look here, the P&L since the opening. That is, it averages all my trades and then it tells me whether we are above and by how much, and in terms of dollar, how much money we have made in our investment. Now you might say that's not a lot comparing to the investment, which is almost $45,000. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we are finally above that, and I expect based on the charts that it will continue on higher and perhaps test the previous high of $479, and then from there we will see. Okay, but that's a very strong movement right now. It may be temporary, or if it breaks to a new high through all these lines, well, then it's more significant. Right now we're looking at this line here at 431. We'll see if it goes through it easily. You might say it goes like knife through butter. If it breaks right through it, that means it will go test and the high of my channel, perhaps these lines here. Okay, that's just essentially just to keep an eye on what is happening. I don't know what the future holds. I just look at it and I say, this looks strong. This looks like it's going to go break to new highs. The fact that we have an Ichimoku, this is the weekly chart now, a yellow Ichimoku cloud on the weekly chart is very important, very significant. Look how it went from yellow as the market was up and then broke below it. It turned red and now we're yellow again, which is significant. Okay. Now, as usual, you would consider this form of trading or really investing if you are thinking of the long term, which was the whole idea, is think long term, 30, 20, or even 10 years from now. Or if you have already accumulated at least 100 shares, you can think about begin to collect money using covered calls. Okay, but for now, I have $432, so I have enough money to buy me one more share. Okay, so let's go to the Analyze tab and just click here and say, no, we need to click on the here, adjust add simulated trades and just click on the ask, but make sure that you eliminate those 2 zeros because we only want one, and we're going to buy that one more share. Okay, and so we do this every week, as you could see, and I've been doing it now for 105 weeks. Okay, you can tell it's been a while, and we, after all this investment, is really like savings, is finally beginning to show some profit. So as an investor, you may be a beginning investor, this is the best way to invest in the S&P 500. There are many mutual funds that trade on the S&P 500 or target the S&P 500 to exceed it. If they exceed the S&P 500, they are considered to be good. Well, I don't really care that much. I just want to be invested in the simplest, most economical way without having to pay commissions and much commissions. So this is how we do it. Okay. All right. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me and see you next time. Bye-bye.